Welcome to Maple Grove Community Center. Jay Sandberg, Pete Ames bringing you today's broadcast from the Maple Grove Community Center Premier Rink, where the junior varsity Crimson are taking on the Cougars from Centennial here on a Saturday afternoon battle. We'll get this one started. Just finishing warm-ups, buzzer went off. Referees are going to check the nets. The girls will gather the pucks and put them in the bucket. And we'll get starting lineups, and this one will be underway. This is the home opener for the Maple Grove Crimson, coming off an undefeated season last year. A lot of new names coming onto the roster for the JV team, so we'll see how they gel tonight, and we'll get started with our starting lineups. A little bit of delay. We'll wait for the Cougars. They'll head down to the respective ends.
In goal, number 30,
this is the starting lineup for the Centennial Cougars. Number 30, Maddie Lynette, will be in 10. 26, Katie Hammer out at the blue line. Number 17, Caitlin Schumacher. Aubrey Grove will play the wing for the Cougars.
Number 8, Aubrey Raker.
Aubrey Raker, number 8.
Number 11, Timmy Kelsenberg.
And Timothy Kelsenberg and the rest of the Centennial Cougars will come out. Now the starting lineup for your Maple Grove Crimson junior varsity girls. In goal, number 31 is Alexa Hadley. She'll start between the pipes for Maple Grove. At center, number 18, that's Anna Bowerly. Number 34, Kylie Sandberg will take one of the wings. Her wing partner will be Ella Ekman. Starting defense will be number 20, Brooke Willie. And number 28, number 13, Emma Benson. And we'll get this one started here in just a moment. Maple Grove Crimson wearing their home white jerseys trimmed out in the crimson and gold. Again, home opener for them, taking on the Centennial Cougars wearing the dark away jerseys trimmed out in white and red. We'll get this one started. Both teams at their benches for a little pregame pep talk from the coaches. They'll probably get a cheer. We'll see what they do. Referees stretch out at center ice, 17 minutes on the clock. Home opener for the Maple Grove Crimson. We'll get this one started in just a second. Kylie Sandberg will play the left wing along with Anna Bowerly at center. Number 3, Ella Ekman will take place on the right wing. Benson and Willie on the point. Puck drop goes back. That's controlled by Bowerly. Bowerly tries to backhand it to Sandberg, but got intercepted by the Cougars, who break it back down neutral ice. They'll dump it down deep in the zone. After it is Benson. Benson fouls. She goes hard into the boards head first. Was able to get the arms up. Good thing she got up and goes back out into play. Tough break there for the Crimson right off the bat as Benson caught an edge, shot on to Alexa Hadley. Finally cleared out. Sandberg banks it out of the zone. Takes a little bump there in the process. Gets it down. After it is Ekman. Cougars spin and break it out. It comes all the way down, and off the bench is number 17. That's Riley Hayter. Hayter has it behind the net. She'll try and break it out. That hits the skates. Bowerly just sends it down the ice, and she'll go off for a change, and that should be an icing on the Maple Grove Crimson. 16:10 left to go in period number 1. Scoreless game. Out for Maple Grove, looks like it's going to be number 9, Kiera Thompson. Number 6, Ashley Dorn. Number 10, Maya Chepkis. Ashlyn Anderson is out there as well. Puck is loose, back to the Cougars at the blue line. Backhanded softly in, that goes to number 9, Thompson. Thompson goes behind the net. She'll backhand it around the corner, tries to get it up ice for Dorn. Dorn gets pressured and Puck is now for the Cougars. In front, get dumped, and nice save, and a shot goes in on Hadley, and she's able to come up with a nice save there. A lot of action in front of the net, trying to get the numbers straight. That was Hayter, who took a cross-check to the back, cleared up the zone, and allowed Hadley to see the puck on a shot from the Cougars right outside the top of the circle. Puck is loose. That's Thompson. Thompson goes down, took a hard hit into the boards, and that's going to put Maple Grove on the power play. Number 22 for the Cougars. She's going to get a 2-minute penalty for checking. Coincidentals, looks like Chepkis is going to go to the box as well. Should be 5-on-5 hockey, 15:41. 2 penalties. I didn't see the second one on Chepkis. Just saw the cross-check back into the boards, but coincidental minors, it'll be 5-on-5 hockey. Number 10 for the Crimson will spend 2 minutes in the box. We'll have to wait for a whistle after 13:41 has elapsed on the clock. So this will put Ames at center. She'll take the draw along with Ashlyn Anderson and on the left wing and Thompson on the right. Cougars will make a last-second change here. Anderson back to Thompson. Thompson tries to backhand it, tackles it in the corner. Over for help is the Crimson, goes back behind the net. Grabbed by Hayter. Hayter tries to take a swing at it, gets hit in the process, goes down. The Cougars have control. Little spin pivot move, shot goes towards the net. That's blocked out front, picked up by the Crimson. Out to Dorn. Dorn has some open ice. Anderson calls for it. Dorn brings it across the blue line, makes a little move, brings it down behind the goal line, now behind the net. Dorn still has it, tries to tackle 2 Cougars and gets it taken away. Breakout by Centennial, bothered there by Anderson at the blue line. Anderson's able to come away with the loose puck, tries to get it out front to Ames. Ames takes a swipe at it, and the Cougars come away with it. Anderson tries to go after it. Shot goes on Hadley. She steers it away into the corner. Picked up by number 21, that's Miller. Lauren Miller tries to get it up front to number 4, Glendy. McKenna Glendy. Puck goes all the way down the ice. That's going to be an icing call. Bear with us for game number 1 here, 14:36, first period. Trying to get the jersey numbers straight, as we have a lot of new names on the Maple Grove Junior Varsity Girls team. Taking the draw is Sukup. Sukup gets it back to number 21. That's Lauren Miller. Grabbed by Sukup. Sukup brings it around. Heads up ice. Gets met at the blue line and stripped from the puck. Sukup has a little miscommunication on the Crimson, and the Cougars are able to dump it down in deep with 14:18 left to go. Sukup picks up the puck. She gets tripped up, goes head first into the end boards, and the Cougars will come away with it. Cougars go back out to the point, high up, top of the circle, throw one towards the net. That got deflected out front, never made its way to the goaltender. Finally does. Hadley goes down in the splits and is able to cover it up with 14:02 left to go. Defensive line change for the Crimson will bring out Willie and Benson. McKenna Glendy will take the left-hand wing, Taylor Sukup at center, and number 13, Emma Benson at D back there. Grabbed by Sukup, she'll go around, comes out, funny bounce from behind the boards. They try the wraparound, nobody there. Back out to the point are the Cougars. Shot goes towards the net, blocked in front by number 13, Benson. She'll just clear it down, and that'll make it all the way past the goal line of the Cougars, and we'll get another icing call on the Crimson. That'll bring a line change out for Maple Grove. Ekman, Sandberg, and Bowerly, Benson and Willie for the Maple Grove Crimson. Bowerly will take the draw. Referee tells the near side wingers to back it up, poked forward by Ekman. Now it's back D to D for Benson, gets by her. Ekman has it, tries a centering pass. That hit the skates of Nelson for the Cougars. Cross ice to Sandberg. Sandberg just chips it out of the zone, but it's picked up by the Cougars. Met by Bowerly in between the red and the blue line. Stick got caught in the skates. Now it's for Willie. Willie has it. She goes middle of the ice for Bowerly. Bowerly goes up to Sandberg. Sandberg across the blue line, makes a move, dumps it down deep, wraps around the end boards. Bowerly got after it on the forecheck, overskates it. Cougars try to get it out of the zone, and they do. Willie has it, Has to go to her defensive partner, Benson. She couldn't get the handle on it, so it bounces off of the boards. Now it's all the way cross ice through Bowerly's skates to Sandberg. She gets to the red line, throws it deep, goes off for a line change. Icing waved off. Bowerly at the end boards, looking to pick it up, but it's controlled by the Cougars. Cougars with a backhand breakout across the blue. Bothered there by number 6, Ashley Dorn. They dump it down deep. Hadley thought about coming out of the net, goes back into her blue paint. Now it's picked up by the Crimson all the way down to Dorn. Now it's back in, going to be grabbed by Hayter. Hayter goes D to D for Thompson. Thompson skates it up ice. She gets across the red line, dumps it down deep to the goal line. It's going to be corralled there by the Cougars. Cougars have it. They break it out towards the far side boards a little bit too far. Slap shot towards the net. No shots on net yet for the Maple Grove. First time they've had any sustained pressure down in the Cougar zone. They're holding it down after it is Ames. Ames over on the boards, but it's going to be grabbed by the Cougars. Dorn tries to back in. Ames with a shot from the top of the slot. Glove save. First shot on net for Maple Grove. Ames from the top of the slot. Got a loose puck that came across the circle, spun to the open area, got a shot up high, goaltender went down, was able to glove it with 12-13. Scoreless game, first period. Sukup on the draw, goes back for Miller. Miller tries to pop it down deep. That got blocked off Miller's stick. Votman was there. Votman, now it's a 2-on-1. That's offsides on the Cougars as number 26 made a puck move at the blue line. One of those sins that you just don't do. You just get it in across the line. Got her partner held up at the blue, so offsides on the Cougars. That'll bring the face-off right outside, taken by Sukup. Graves is out there. Sukup, number 4. Back, that's Glendy. Now it's to Graves. Graves guys a breakout pass and hits Sukup. Here comes Sukup, 1-on-1. Goes to the outside. Comes in, doesn't get a shot off, forced nicely. Good D there by the Cougars. Goes back out to the point for Voigtman. Voigtman throws it down deep, rings it around the boards. End boards now, and Maple Grove has it. But the Cougars are going to break it out on the near side. Rink wide pass behind the right winger. Swatted at by Miller. Here comes a quick shot. Good defense there by Voigtman. Was able to get in and disrupt that one. Didn't allow the shot to get to the goaltender, Hadley. Back behind the net are the Cougars, bothered there by Miller. Cougars try to bring it out front, and it does. Here comes number 36, that's Graves. Graves tries to clear the zone, but it's held in by the Cougars. Picked up by Miller. Sukup takes a swing at it, but now it's back behind the goal line. Cougars have control. They tip it out front. Here's a chance from the top of the circle. Shot hits some skates. Sukup tries to clear the zone, but that just got batted back along the end boards. Finally, Miller gets it up to Glendy. Glendy's able to chip it out of the zone. That got tipped, but we're going to have an icing call with 10:47 left to go in period number 1. Sandberg, Bowerly, and Ekman, Benson, and Willie. Bowerly's going to take the draw to the left of Hadley, who's between the pipes for your Maple Grove Crimson. Cougars have it behind the net. They're going to bring it out to the near side corner. Bothered there by Benson. Benson does a nice job. Puck comes loose, gets onto the stick and skates up Bowerly. Bowerly, here's a 3-on-2. Bowerly gets it over to Sandberg. Sandberg can't control it, but gets the loose puck, brings it down around the net, back behind for Bowerly, over her stick to Ekman. Ekman back to the point for Benson. Benson throws one towards the net. That's kicked aside by the center for the Cougars. Clears the zone where it's picked up by Willie. Willie goes D to D over for Benson. Benson off the boards, gets it up to Ekman, who chips it down low. On the forecheck is Sandberg. Cougars pick it up and spin to the near side. Now they clear the zone in neutral ice and headed towards Maple Grove territory. Ashlyn Anderson takes a swat at it. Puck goes up, chipped out of the zone by Sandberg, and the Cougars are going to have to regroup while they come out of Maple Grove territory. Here comes number 25 for the Cougars, broken up by Willie. Shot goes up high. Hadley tips it with her glove, cleared out, looking for Anderson. On the breakout was Benson. Now it's for Ames. Ames has it behind the net. She still has control. She'll bank it off the boards, gets it up to number 6, Dorn. Dorn has it on the far side, but it's picked up by the Cougars. Cougars now bring it down, centering pass right through the blue paint. Hadley tried to get it with her stick. Backhand, dangerous pass there by Anderson. Somehow made its way all the way out of the zone and grabbed by Dorn. Dorn gets it. She'll chip it down, but on the Maple Grove side of the red line, so that's going to cause an icing whistle with 9:10 left to go in period number 1. Still scoreless, 0-0 here at Maple Grove Community Center. Number 35, Maddie Ames will take the draw. She wins it back for number 17, Hayter. Hayter lost her stick, so Ames has to hustle back behind the net. Now they bring it out front. Shot goes in on Hadley. Hadley with a nice save, poked it away, and here comes Anderson. Anderson on a 1-on-2. She tries to get by both defenders. Smartly chips it into the Cougar territory, goes off for a line change. Now it's Dorn. Dorn, number 6. She'll disrupt there. Sukup comes after it, and that's number 9, Thompson. Now Sukup. Sukup goes to the left, throws one in towards the net. Blocker saved by the Cougars. Sukup gets the loose puck, circling the net like a shark, makes a move. Sukup with another shot. Blocker save. Puck is loose in the blue paint. Early whistle by the referee as it was not covered up. Sitting out front, very early whistle as there was some Maple Grove players able to poke their sticks in towards the puck. 8:28 left to go. Sukup with a couple of nice chances. Circled the net, got a shot off. Blocker saved by the Cougar goaltender. Picked up the loose puck, came out on the near side, was able to circle all the way around and get another shot off. Sukup takes the draw. McKenna Glendy over there on the left. Cougars are going to break it out of the zone. They come across the blue line, across the red, headed towards Maple Grove zone. Makes a move, comes across, they score. Coast to coast, number 39 by the Cougars was able to break it out of the zone. Takes a pass between the blue and the red, cut to the right of the defender, and threw a quick wrister through Hadley for a 1-0 lead for your Centennial Spring Lake Park Cougars. We'll get the official scoring here in just a moment, but Cougars with control of the puck off of the face-off. Now it goes back to Votman. Graves has it off the far boards. She'll chip it forward. That got past the stick of Glendy. Icing's waved off as it got tipped towards neutral ice. Cougars try and play it up, and it's going to be picked up by Votman. Slammed right back down by the Cougars. Now after it is Lauren Miller. She'll head it forward, and it's tipped in by McKenna Glendy. Cougars pick up the loose puck, come near side, cut across the red line, dump it in deep. It goes off the skates of Miller. Miller to Glendy. Glendy just throws it down deep, hit a pile of snow, so it's not going to make its way down for an icing after this Chepkus. Over there's Ekman. Ekman now bothers there with Chepkus. Out there with Sandberg on the left. Here comes Sandberg on the forecheck. She has it, tries to go back down low for Chepkus. Chepkus down in the corner. Nice little stick check there. She'll center one over for Ekman, who couldn't get it on her stick hand, forehand side. Now backhand pass. Chepkus tries to get it out to Sandberg. Cuts across the near side board. Centennial tries to get out. Pinching in was number 37, Votman. Here's a 2-on-1. Sandberg with some good deep backhand in. Saved by Hadley. Backhanded out of there to Ekman. Ekman has it, tries to poke it forward for Chepkus. Picked up by the Cougars, and they break it down into the zone and go off for a line change. That's going to allow Votman to get the puck. She'll go behind the net to Willie. Willie thought about going up the boards, banks it to Ekman. Gets by Ekman with a centering pass. Tries to get it to Bowerly. She gets pinned up against the near boards. Puck comes free, and it's shot in by the Cougars to the far side corner where Votman goes after it. Votman gets it up to Sandberg, who just chips it out of the zone. Stopped at the red line, picked up by the Cougars. Anderson with a stick slash, trying to chop at that puck. Willie picks it up, goes back behind the net for Benson. Benson goes all the way down looking for Dorn. That hit off Dorn's skates and trickles its way into the Cougar territory. Cougars bring it out past Bowerly. She overskated that one. It's thrown in. Somehow they stayed on sides. 5:52 left to go in period number 1. Cougars with the loose puck on the far side. They'll backhand it out of the zone, intercepted by Bowerly, right back onto the stick of the Cougars, who shoot it into the zone. Picked up by Benson. Benson fires it all the way down, but icing's waved off as it hit off the stick of number 32, Peltier, for the Cougars. Grabbed by Dorn before it could clear the zone. Centering pass, tried to hit Bowerly. Bowerly goes down, and she's going to draw a penalty. Cougars touch the puck, and we're going to get a power play for the Crimson. 5:22 left to go in period number 1. Good chance for Maple Grove to tie this one up as it's a 1-0 lead for the Centennial Cougars. Number 32, Peltier, will go to the box. 2 minutes for, look like holding. Out on the power play will be Ames, Graves, and Glendy. At points going to be Thompson and Hayter. Thompson, Hayter, Graves, Ames, and Glendy. Puck drop going to be grabbed by the Cougars. Cougars are able to clear the zone. They'll waste a little bit of time on the penalty kill. Back down behind the net is Thompson. Thompson skates it up, trying to hit Graves a little bit too far. Graves couldn't control the breakout pass, so that'll be an icing call on your Crimson, which will bring the faceoff down to the right of Hadley. Power play for the Crimson, 1:43 on the penalty to number 32 Peltier for the Cougars. Centennial will control the puck. They hold it in at the blue line, dump it down in deep where it's going to be grabbed by Thompson. Thompson skates it out. She'll reverse direction. She'll go looking to go cross ice for Hayter. Finally does. Hayter back to Thompson. Thompson now with a little bit open ice, all the way down looking for Glendy. Finally brought into the zone, but it's the Cougars who are going to take control of it and clear it out. McKenna Glendy has it. She leaves it for Hayter. Hayter tries to get it across for Graves. And we're going to get a offside call on Maple Grove. Not a lot happening on that first shift power play. 4.5 minutes left to go in period number 1. 1:08 left to go in the penalty. They'll put out Ekman, Sukup, and Anderson. On defense is Willie and Benson. Puck goes back to Hadley. She'll just cover it up and take a face-off down in the defensive zone for the Maple Grove Crimson. Cougars will win the draw. They throw one towards the net, tipped out in front, rebound loose right in the blue paint, no whistle. Puck finally comes free, and it's going to be grabbed by Sukup. Sukup heads down ice across the red line, cuts across the blue, tries to get through the skates and does. Puck ends up behind the goal line. Sukup still with control. Now finally pops free, looking for Anderson. Anderson will pick it up behind the net. She tries to come out with a backhand looking for Ekman. Ekman tries to get there. She gets her stick checked, lifted up, and they clear the zone with 32 seconds left to go in the power play. Hadley out of the net, leaves it for Willie. Willie with a stop and pop, drops around back behind the cage, gets it up for Anderson. Anderson with a move at the blue line, breaks around the forward, loses the puck, and is able to chop it down into the zone. Fanned on by the Cougars at the blue line, but they're able to clear it out. Thrown back down in deep by Ekman. Now it's D to D for the Cougars. After it is Anderson. Anderson takes a swipe at it. Thrown down deep by Sukup. Back at full strength are the Cougars. 3:18 left to go in the period. Nothing happening on that power play. Here's Sandberg with an opportunity. 2-on-1. Sandberg comes in. Sandberg fires one right into the face mask of the goaltender. Big save as Sandberg was looking to go up top, but the goaltender held her ground and made the save on Sandberg to keep this a 1-0 game. Here's a 2-on-1 for the Cougars. They open it up, tipped. Hadley with the save. She steers it aside. Now it's back out to the top of the circle. Shot got tipped out front, and that went over the net. Centennial still with it in the corner. They try to center one out, goes off of the stick. Their chance for now for Sandberg. She picks up the loose puck. Sandberg on a one-on-one. She cuts to the left, tries to get a shot off. Stick got into the shot, never made its way to the goaltender. Tied up on the end boards with 2.5 minutes left to go in period number 1. Cougars are able to clear it out to the far side, held in there by Glendy. Cougars come away with it, chip it out of the zone. Back to neutral ice. Maple Grove will go after it. Miller will take a swipe at it, but it's picked up right at the blue line for the Cougars. Cuts across center ice. Shoulder saved by Hadley. She had to go up high and got a piece of that one and knocked it into the glass. Now it's to Voltman. Voltman has it. She tries to clear it out of the zone, looking for Dorn at the blue line. Finally, Dorn's able to chip it out. Looking for Chepkis. Now it's thrown back in by the Cougars. Hayter comes off the bench, fires one to neutral ice. Cougars will just bank it off the boards, try to get it into the zone. It's going to be grabbed by Maple Grove, backhanded out, thrown back in by the Cougars. And Maple Grove will send it the length of the ice, and we will get another face-off with 1:38 left to go in period number 1. Oh, so I can leave it here? Awesome. 1:38 left to go, period number 1. 1-0 lead for the Centennial Cougars. Face-off goes back. That's Thompson. Thompson has it. She'll backhand it behind the net for Hayter. Hayter rings it around the boards, trying to get it up for Glendy. Hayter chips one up, bounces its way across neutral territory down into the Cougar zone. After it is Graves. Cougars try to ice one and clear it. Banked off the boards, picked up by Chepkis. She'll backhand it down into the zone. Cougars will circle around, bothered there by Graves. Cougars still have it. They go back behind the net. Centering pass goes all the way back out to the point. They'll turn, fire in. Wraps its way around to the near side corner, where Graves is going to go after it. A little battle on the near side boards. Chepkis comes away with it. She's able to clear the zone, just banks it off the boards. We're going to get an icing call on Maple Grove, which will bring the face-off back down into Crimson territory. .8 seconds left, period number 1. Cougars up 1-0. Face-off controlled by the Cougars. They'll dump it down deep into the zone. Cougars behind the net. They'll play a pitch and catch on the near side corner. Over there's Ames. She gets the stick in there. Nice little forecheck to clear the zone by Benson. Cougars come right back in. They fire one towards the net. That goes high up off the glass. It's picked up by Willie. Willie tries to saucer one up to Ashlyn Anderson. Ekman tries to get it out of the zone. Finally, Anderson gets it and is able to clear it out. She takes on 3 defenders where it's intercepted and taken by the Cougars. They'll fire one off the near side, far side boards. Picked up by Ames. Ames tries to get a shot off. That went wide at the buzzer. And that'll be it for period number 1. 1-0 lead for the Cougars after 1 period of play. Jay Sandberg, Pete Ames bring you today's broadcast from Maple Grove Community Center. We're going to take a short intermission, and we'll be back for period number 2 after this short break. So stick with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back for period number 2. Both teams just coming off the bench, short intermission. Shots that first period were the Centennial Cougars 8, Maple Grove Crimson 4. Centennial comes into period number 2 with a 1-0 lead. And we'll get this one started. Face-off percentage, not real good for the Maple Grove Crimson, probably at about 25%, as the Cougars have won a majority of the draws this afternoon at the Maple Grove Community Center Premier Rink. Cougars have control of it now. They're wearing their dark jerseys, Maple Grove in the home whites, and the Cougars come across the Crimson zone. They'll go around to the outside, try to cut in towards the goaltender. Puck is loose, thrown in front, and Hadley smartly goes down and is able to get the glove on that for a face-off. Starting the second period, they got Sandberg and Bowerly and Sukup out there. On the point is Thompson and Hayter. Hayter back behind the net. She gets ridden down to the end boards. Bothered by 2 players, Bowerly goes to help out. Caught in the skates, Bowerly picks it free. Comes out from behind the net, trying to get it up, circles back. Nice little move there by Bowerly. Bowerly throws it right to the backside, though, of number 17 of the Cougars, and will battle for it on the near side boards. Tries to get it up, looking to break Sandberg free, and it's finally picked up by Thompson. Thompson gets it up for Sukup. Sukup up to Sandberg. Sandberg makes a move. Oh, just got the backhand of the skate. Tried to go through the legs of the last defender and just caught her backhand skate. Now Sandberg has it at the red line. She'll battle on the boards. Takes a little bump there. Cougars come away with that centering pass. Cougars break it in. Broken up there by Thompson and picked up by Hayter. Hayter dumps it to the length of the ice as nobody was there. Tried to throw a pass out front, but a little bit too far in front of everybody, so we'll get an icing call with 15:45 left to go in period number 2. Chepkis in to take the draw. Chepkis wins the faceoff. She'll send it back behind the net for Voigtman. Taken away. Now here come the Cougars. Centering pass right through the goal crease, and Anderson's over there. She'll backhand one out. Chepkis gets her skate to deflect it. After it is Dorn. Dorn on the right side goes left, bothers the defender. Picked up by Chepkis. Here's a chance for the Crimson. Shot goes wide as it deflects off a stick from one of the defenders. Goes to the near side corner where it's picked up by the Cougars. They skate around, bank it off the boards, break it out of the zone into neutral territory, dump it down deep for Maple Grove. Miller's back there. She'll look to break that one out, but it finally ends up onto the stick of Anderson, but she gets pickpocketed. Little drop pass there by the Cougars on the far side. They'll play a little dance around, finally come out, tries to get a shot off, but just kind of flickered it across the goal crease, and it goes to the near side. Cougars in control. This one, nice little centering pass, looking for a backhand, deflects back towards the near side where the Cougars still have control. They'll play with it behind the net. A lot of dipsy-do back there. Finally, they try to break it out of the Crimson, but they can't clear the zone. Cougars all in control. A little backhanded pass. They try and get it away. Hadley has to make a pad save. Finally tried to clear out by Miller. Shot goes back in from the point. Finally a whistle. Much needed line change there for the Maple Grove Crimson with 14:22. Cougars spent the whole shift down in Maple Grove territory behind the goal line mostly, but a couple of really good opportunities for the Cougars. But the Crimson come away with still a 1-goal deficit. Puck goes back. Ames wins the draw, gets it back for Willie. Over for Graves. She takes a swipe at it. Now it's picked up by Willie. She just backhands it for Benson. Benson goes to the far side, hash marks for Graves. Graves has it. Throws it right in between both Maple Grove players. Had Glendy on the left, Ames on the right. Went right through both of them. All the way down. Now it's going to be picked up by Ames down in the corner. She goes back out to the point for Willie. Willie fires one towards the net, looking for a tip. Puck is loose into the blue paint. Goaltender's there, still loose and down. All three forwards for the Maple Grove Crimson were on top of the goal crease, trying to shove it past the goaltender as Brooke Willie's shot from the point made its way and deflected down towards the goaltender, but is able to cover it up and keep this a 1-goal game. Ames on the draw, goes back for Benson. Benson throws it down deep. Comes back out. Here come the Cougars. On the back check is Glendy. They have to dump it down, and that's going to be an icing call on the Cougars. Cougars, not many icings so far. I think this is only their second or third one of the game. They're doing a good job of controlling the puck through the neutral zone, bringing it down into Maple Grove territory. Maple Grove, at times, are having challenges getting it out of their own zone, so a lot of icing calls for the Crimson. Puck is dropped. Sandberg has it. Sandberg with a backhand goes back to the point for Benson. Benson shoots one, but it goes wide left of the goaltender. Ekman has it. Backhands to Willie. Willie pinches in, gets it to Sandberg. Sandberg tries to control it, but they lose it to the Cougars. The Cougars with a center breakout pass, a little too hot to handle for the center for the Cougars. So Maple Grove has it. That's Sukup. Now it's Ekman. Ekman comes to the outside. She goes back around the goaltender. Near side board. She'll circle around the blue line. Ekman poked off her stick. Cleared out to Hayter. Hayter has it, has to wait for Sammer to get back on sides before she can dump it in, and finally does. Dumps it down in deep, but the Cougars have it. Spin, pinching in as Hayter hops up in the air, kicked forward by the Cougars. Here's a 2-on-1 opportunity if they hurry. Cougars shoot one towards the net. That hit a skate. Ekman's going to pick it up. Ekman has it, goes up to Sandberg. Here's Sandberg on a 1-on-1. Sandberg goes to the outside, swept off her stick down to the far side corner. Sandberg goes back towards the point, looking for Ekman, hits her skates. She's just trying to get off the ice, but somehow got in the way of the puck. Now Sandberg will go off for a line change as they dump it down deep. Puck comes out of the zone, picked up by the Cougars. Move there at the red line, gets by Thompson. Bowerly back in there. Rink wide pass to Dorn. Dorn picks it up at the red line. Here's a chance for Dorn. Dorn makes a move towards the center of the ice, still has the puck. Dorn with a shot. Nice, powerful little snapshot by Dorn from the top of the slot. Goaltender was able to pick that one up and glove save and hang on to it with 12:03, but a good opportunity there for the Crimson. Cougars win the draw. They'll ring it around. That's Anderson. She gets pinned up against the boards. Dorn has it. She'll backhand it down for Bowerly. Poked forward away from Bowerly. Pinching in is Miller. The Cougars will get it out of the zone. That's Dorn. Tries to kick it forward. She missed it, but it's picked up by Anderson in neutral territory. Anderson tries to punch it forward into the zone. Bowerly's there. She gets thrown down. No call there, so it's picked up by Anderson, who backhand saucer passes it to Dorn. Dorn chips it by the defender. Goes in on the forecheck. Dorn with a reverse spin. Centering pass to Chepkis. Chepkis throws one, but that hit a defender out front. Now centering pass, try to get it in. They try to clear it out, and it's going to be grabbed by Miller. She fans on the shot, and it's going to be picked up by the Cougars. Cougars come down on Voigtman. Voigtman with a good defensive play there, stands her up before she could even get a shot off. Clears it around the backside of the net where it's going to be picked up by the Cougars. Centering pass, Voigtman right there to clear it out to Anderson. Anderson tries to clear the zone, hits the skate of the Cougar, and they're able to keep it in. Voigtman gets it up to Glendy. Glendy banks it off the boards. Right at the blue line. Off the bench is Graves. Graves goes in on the forecheck. Benson goes after it, gets by her. Off the bench is Willie. Willie's going to have to skate back. Referee has the hand in the air for an icing call. 10:28 left to go in period number 2. 1-0 lead for the Cougars. Icing call on Centennial, so we'll get the face-off down to the left of the Centennial goaltender. Ames will take the face-off. On the left is Glendy. On the right is Graves. Face-off won by Centennial, gets thrown back into the far side corner. Graves had it on her stick for a moment, but puck pops free, and it's going to be picked up by Centennial. Centennial goes to the outside, near side boards, tries to get around Willie. Bottom of the circle, centering pass gets through, and it's going to be grabbed by Graves. Graves banks one off the boards, but is able to clear the zone, thrown back down from the neutral zone. Cut across the blue are the Cougars. Little drop pass, banks off the stick. Glendy takes a chop at it, but couldn't connect on the stick, so Willie fires it over for Benson. Through the skates of Benson, Graves has it for a moment. Finally comes out, Ames on the top of the circle. She'll fire it towards the middle of the ice, a little bit too far for Glendy. Picked up by the Cougars. They'll regroup in neutral territory and head back down into the Crimson zone, but it's going to be grabbed by Maple Grove. Across the blue was Ames. Got tackled there. She got to the top of the circle, shot from the point for Maple Grove, saved by the Centennial goaltender. Cougars are able to clear the zone. Backhanded down deep after. It's going to be number 9, Thompson. Thompson will fire one all the way up the boards, trying to clear the zone, looking for Sukup. Sukup wasn't there, held in. Centering pass comes to the top of the slot, but they couldn't get a shot off as they weren't ready. Cougars have it down in the corner, near side boards. Puck comes free, battling for it is Willie. Willie tries to get it, goes to the point, hits off the stick of Bowerly. She knocked it out of the air. Bowerly tries to get forward to Sandberg. Sandberg had it for a moment. Puck is rolling. Sandberg after it. She'll turn to her backhand. She'll head towards the hash marks, gets it down deep to Bowerly. Bowerly with a centering pass, tried to get it right to Sandberg, and she chips it towards the net, and the goaltender is able to go down and get a glove on it. 8:38 left to go in period number 2. 1-0 lead for the Cougars. Sandberg, Sukup, and Bowerly out there for Maple Grove. On the point is Hayter and Thompson. Face-off won by the Cougars. No surprise there. Cougars bank it out of the zone. Cuts across the red line. Sukup disrupts that one, but the Cougars are able to hold it in. Fire it down deep are the Cougars. They'll ring it around the boards. Number 22 back there for Centennial. Bothered by Hayter. They'll drop it down deep. Looking for a little cycle play. Hit it towards the middle. Couldn't connect. Nice little play there. Now it's up from Sukup to Sandberg. Sandberg goes to the far outside corner. Here comes Sandberg. She cuts in, makes a move, throws one towards the net, sticked away by the goaltender. She'll go off for a line change, and the Cougars will head up ice with a little bit of speed. Here come the Cougars across neutral territory, down into Maple Grove zone. Nice little poke check there by Thompson. She's able to knock the puck off and pick it up. Here comes Thompson. Thompson's got some open ice. She cuts to the outside, banks it off the boards, goes down into the Centennial zone. Centennial's able to clear it off of the stick of Ekman. Hayter's right there just to chip it back in. Now it's headed all the way down deep into the Crimson zone with 7.5 minutes left to go in period number 2. Cuts out front, swept away there by Thompson. As Hadley went down to her knees, the Centennial player came from behind the goal line, cut right out in front of Hadley, but couldn't get the shot off, tried to backhand it to the far side. Now it hits the referee's skates, and it's picked up by Votman, who throws it down deep into the zone. On the forecheck is Dorn. Dorn back on the goal line. She comes away with the puck, kicks it free. She takes on 2 defenders. She'll pin the puck up into the boards. In for a little bit of support is Maple Grove, number 3, Ekman. High up off the glass, they try to clear the zone. Grabbed by Dorn at the near side hash mark. She throws it to the corner. Ekman tries a centering pass, but that hit a shin pad and got deflected, never made its way to the goalie. Miller throws it back down deep. On the forecheck is Anderson. Anderson behind the net. She got turned away. Now after it is Miller, and that's going to be on net to Hadley. She had to come out, no icing, so Votman picks it up. Votman thought about going up the far side, near side boards, finally decides to do it, gets it up to Glendy. Glendy pushes it forward, nobody there for Maple Grove, so it ends up on the stick of number 6 for the Cougars. She brings it in, tries to cut across the top of the circle. Shot goes towards Hadley, pad save. Cleared away by Maple Grove. Here's a chance for Anderson. Anderson gets around the defender. Here comes Anderson all alone. Shot, goaltender with a save. Anderson had a little too much speed, got in a little bit too close to the goaltender. Couldn't really make a stick move, so it really didn't have an opportunity but to shoot it. 5:54, big save there for the Cougars to keep this just a 1-goal game. Chepkis takes the draw. Won by the Cougars. They try to clear the zone. Benson holds it in, pinches in from the blue line. Here's a chance for the Cougars. 2-on-1, Cougars on Willie. Here they come, Cougars have it. Willie takes the defender. Shot goes in, nice little shot there by Centennial. Upstairs where Grandma hides her vodka. 5:38 left to go in period number 2. 2-0 lead for the Cougars. 2-on-1, Willie took the defender, which was probably the right play, left the shooter to the goaltender. Hadley had a great angle. Did a nice job coming out to cut it off, but really good shot by the Centennial Cougar forward. Went upstairs underneath the crossbar. Not much you can do about that one. Gives the Cougars a 2-0 lead with 5:35 left to go in period number 2. Cougars with control of the puck again. They drop it off of the blue line, try and throw it down deep. Benson pins her player up into the corner. Now after it is Willie. Cougars will just send it from corner to corner, overskated and picked up by Graves. Graves tries to clear the zone, gets it out to Chepkis, tipped off her stick. She gets it across the red, goes in for a line change. Off the bench is Ames, right to Willie. She got bumped at the red line, picked up by the Cougars for a moment. Ames tries to get the backhand on it. She comes away with the loose puck. Here comes Ames over the blue line, heads to the top of the circle, gets a shot off, sticked away by the goaltender to the far side corner. Banks it off the boards, held in for a moment there by Thompson. But here's another 2-on-1 opportunity for the Cougars. Comes in, pass goes over, just inside. Couldn't connect on that 2-on-1 pass, got it inside the skates, and it's going to be grabbed by Maple Grove. They'll throw it down deep, and off for a line change is Glendy. Sukup off the bench. She'll battle on the end boards. In for it is Ames. She'll help out. She'll come away with the loose puck. Centering pass goes off the skate. Goaltender's got to come out of the crease and pounce on it with 4:19 as the puck was loose right outside of the blue paint there. Golden opportunity for Maple Grove, but nobody there. This will be Sandberg, Ames, and Sukup up front. Miller and Thompson on the points. Ames will take the draw. Won by Centennial. Centennial has it back behind the goal line. Gets right by Sandberg, picked away by Ames. Ames goes back to the point a little bit too far. Got to regroup. Taken off of the stick of the Maple Grove defender. Shot goes towards the net, but disrupted by Thompson. Was able to get her stick in there and deflect that shot. Puck goes back out to the point. Shot towards the net, tipped out in front. Ames tips it wide to the near side corner. Puck goes up to the near side. Trying to look for Sandberg for the breakout. Ends up onto the stick of Ames. She gets taken down. Puck rolls its way outside. They're able to clear out of the zone, but they bring it right back in. Sukup has it, tries to get it up to Sandberg. Sandberg gathers it on her backhand, cuts across. Here comes Sandberg. Here's an opportunity. Sandberg backhand, tries to slide it in 5-hole. Goaltender came up big. Puck is loose. Sandberg with a nice little move up front, went forehand, backhand, and then tried to slide it 5-hole, but again, grabbed by the defense. Here's the Cougars. Cougars have a chance. They'll dump it down deep. They'll go out for a line change wide right of the goaltender, picked up by Willie. Willie heads it up ice for Bowerly. Bowerly had tipped it down into the zone. Breakout pass by the Cougars. They'll come into Maple Grove territory. Turns, spins, pivots away from the defender. Shot gloved down by Bowerly, never made its way to Hadley. Picked up by the Cougars, they'll throw it down deep. Now it comes into the red line, poked forward by the Cougars. Stick check there, Voigtman with a nice defensive play. She's able to hold it, get it to Anderson, who tries to clear the zone, but pinching in are the Cougars, and they hold it down deep. Backhanded out by Voigtman, grabbed by Anderson. If she's got some speed, she can get by these defenders. Here comes Anderson. Slap shot goes a little bit wide. Top of the circle was Anderson on the slapper. Went a little bit wide. She bangs her stick for the puck to be thrown over. Bounces over there. She gets pinned up in the corner. Grabbed by Maple Grove. Now it's back out to the point for Miller. She backhands it in. Here comes Dorn. Dorn fires one towards the net, but that went wide left of the goaltender. Just over 2 minutes left to go in period number 2. Bowerly with a centering pass tipped up in front. That looked like it hit the inside of the crossbar. Little tip there. Lucky break for the Cougars. That did not go into the net. Cleared out by the Cougars. That'll be cleared all the way down. They're going to wave icing off. Nope, they're going to call icing. Minute 50 left to go, period number 2. 2-0 lead for the Cougars. Did that go in and out? Looked like it went.
It hit the top of the bar.
Ekman will take the draw. Glendy on the left. Graves on the right. Benson pinches in. Out there with Thompson. That's going to be an offside call. Maple Grove. Just a minute left, 42 left to go in period number 2. Be nice for the Crimson to get a quick one here before the period's over, get back in this one. Ekman takes the draw. She'll push it forward. Glendy popped over her stick. Pinching in was Thompson at the red line, but the Cougars are able to dump it down deep. Grabbed by Benson. Benson circles around the net, gets it to the far side hash marks, tipped forward by Graves, but picked up by the Cougars. Cougars circle around a few Maple Grove defenders, get a shot off, but that hit the near side net. Finally, Maple Grove is able to clear the zone. Cougars pick it up in neutral territory. They'll bring it right back down into Crimson area. Thompson has it. She'll backhand it up to Glendy. Glendy has it at the near side boards, held in there by the Cougars. Back for Thompson. Thompson gets it over for Benson. 1 minute left to go in the period. Thompson back behind the net, playing a little catch with Benson. Benson tries to get it up for Graves. Held in by the Cougars. Finally, Maple Grove was able to clear it out of the zone. Cougars pound it right back down in deep. After it is Benson. Benson takes it off the inboards, throws it around the corner. Graves is there. Graves just throws it up towards the blue line, held in. That hit a skate out in front. A couple of bodies go down and finally grabbed by Ekman. Ekman brings it down to the zone, got picked from behind, kicked out of the zone by the Cougars, and here they come. They go near side, cross ice pass, brings it down to the zone, wrap around the bottom of the corner, centering pass there. Shot goes towards the net, but hit the skate of Thompson. Hadley had a hard time picking that one up. Finally saw the loose puck and poked it aside. Whistle blows for period number 2. Much needed rest for the Crimson as the Cougars kind of out-handled them towards the end there. Surprised it's just a 2-goal lead, but nonetheless, the Maple Grove Crimson will regroup, come out, try to cut this deficit in half, and then tie it up in the third period. We'll have a brief intermission while they redo the ice. Jay Sandberg, Pete Ames bringing you today's broadcast from the Maple Grove Community Center. We'll be back in about 12 minutes, so stick with us for third period action. Welcome back to Maple Grove Community Center Premier Rink for period number 3. Maple Grove Junior Varsity girls wearing the white home jerseys taking on the Centennial Cougars. Cougars got 1 goal in the first, added another one in the second on a little sniper play over the left shoulder of Hadley for a 2-0 lead going into the third period for the home opener for your Maple Grove Crimson. I'm sure they talked a lot of strategy inside the locker room in between periods, so we'll see what they come out with. A little bit more fight in them to see if we can't make this one a game and get one early and try and tie this one up. We'll get puck drop in just a moment here. Referee blows his whistle. Period number 3, 2-0 lead for your Centennial Cougars. All right, out to start the third period. Looks like they're going to go with Willie and Benson at the point. Up front for Maple Grove will be Sandberg, Bowerly, and Anderson. First game of the year for the Crimson, so we're seeing a lot of different line combinations. I'm sure coaches are trying to figure out who works well together. A lot of new names, new faces for your Maple Grove Crimson this year. So coaches have a tough time, especially those first couple games, trying to figure out who's going to work well together. There's a shot from the Cougars right in on Hadley. She comes out sharp for the third period and makes a glove save for the Maple Grove Crimson. Puck loose, tried to kick free, finally picked up by Bowerly. Bowerly has it, gets it up to Anderson, just a little bit outside her reach, so it goes down into the Cougar zone. Fan down up at Sandberg's there to pound it off the back end boards. Anderson's there, she gets ridden off the puck. They try to break it out the near side, pinching in is Benson. They get by Benson, gets out to neutral territory into the Maple Grove zone. Tries to cut towards the middle, but Bowerly's going to intercept that one. She tries to bank it off the board. Sandberg was looking towards the center of the ice. Finally gets it. She'll wrap it down around the boards, and they'll go off for a line change. Maple Grove on a 5-person line change allows the Cougars to get it up ice, and they do. Here comes number 37. She tries to go in deep. She cuts around, gets banged up off the boards in the corner, throws it out towards the front, backhand in on Hadley, pad save, deflected out towards the middle of the goal crease, but she steered it wide. It's picked up now by Dorn. Dorn goes cross ice, but intercepted by number 2. 2 Cougars hit each other. The puck is still loose. Cougars have it, and they'll dump it down in deep. Wrapped around the boards, too far for Dorn, but they're able to clear the zone. Cougars have to regroup in their own territory. Turns, reverses. Here's a 3-on-2 for the Cougars. They make it in across, stay on sides. Nice little poke check there by Miller. Miller wraps it around the boards, but it's picked up by the Cougars. Tries to cut across, backhanded by Chepkus. Dump back down. After the Sioux Cup, off of the stick of Dorn, back behind the net, near side corner. Puck finally comes free. Cougars pick it up, top of the circle. Hadley has to go down and steer it wide. And a shot that went towards the net. Maple Grove having a tough time clearing the zone. Cougars come away with it. Here's another chance out in front. Slides it in right under the pad of Hadley. Looked like that was number 2 on the puck clear. She grabbed it from the near side boards. Cut through a few defenders towards the center of the ice. Slid it right under Hadley's pad for a 3-0 Cougar lead. 14:38 left to go in the third period. Puck goes down, Ames takes it. She heads it towards Cougar territory. Cougars will go D to D, and they'll get it down to Voltman. Voltman turns, spins, tries to fire it out of the zone, but stick check, thrown towards the net. Willie breaks it out towards the near side boards. Outside the reach of Graves. She'll hustle after it, goes all the way down. Icing's waved off. Graves goes to the end boards, gets her stick on it. Pinned up against the board is Graves, but she kicks it free and comes away with it. She'll pick it up in the near side corner, tries to cut across, centering pass. Back to Ames. Ames goes to Willie. Willie throws one, but that hits some shin pads out in front. Voltman picks up the loose puck. She tries to fling one towards the net, but it never made its way there as it got intercepted and blocked out front by the Cougars. Now the Cougars break it out of the zone. They try to go rink wide. Finally, they deflect it into Maple Grove zone. Icing's waved off where Willie will go pick it up. Willie banks it off the end boards. Nobody there for Maple Grove. Tries to come out. Grabbed by Ames, picked up off her stick, thrown out of the zone, but right back in by the Cougars. Cougars. Number 2 for the Cougars on the goal. Annabelle Moore. Puck's just bouncing around here for your Maple Grove Crimson. Finally try to clear it up off the ice. Thrown towards the net. Bowerly had it. Back onto the Cougars. Centering pass across the goal crease. All the way to the far side boards. Backhand. Ekman's right there. Tries to forecheck that one. Picked up by the Cougars. Nice little drop play back behind the zone. They'll circle back around. Throws it back behind the net. Behind Hadley. After it is Bowerly. She'll poke it forward. Up the boards to Graves. Graves tries to backhand it out of the zone, but it's held in by the Cougars. Shot goes on net, and Hadley steers it to the far side boards. Finally, Willie's able to clear it out. Gets it to Ekman just across the red line. She's able to dump it in, and finally on a line change there. All the way down the ice, and that's going to be an icing call on the Cougars. Looks like number 28, Abby Benson, will make her first appearance for the Maple Grove Crimson JV here in the third period. A couple new bodies out there. Benson will take the up front position along with Ekman. Off the bench is Chepkis. At the point is going to be Miller and Benson. Emma Benson at the point. Abby Benson playing up front. She's number 28. That's Abby Benson back behind the net. Now after on the forecheck is Chepkis. Down in the corner, the Cougars have it. They'll try and clear the zone. Goes off the stick of Ekman. They're able to bank it out, kick it forward, but cleared out and kept in by the Cougars. Cougars with a move. They get around one defender, take a shot, but it's blocked by Benson. Down into the board. Chepkis has it. She'll bring it around the boards to the far side. Abby Benson's over there, but couldn't get there in time, and it's pinched in and held in. Now Benson has it. She'll just poke it forward. And the Cougars have it. Here come the Cougars, top of the circle. They fan on the shot, get a second chance. They're moving the puck well down in Maple Grove territory. They circled around the top of the circles, cut across the slot, dump it off, throws it towards the net, tipped out front, saved by Hadley, cleared to the side by Ekman. Ekman now has it behind the net. She gets it for Benson. Benson driven hard into the boards, kicked away by Ekman, but the puck comes to the Cougars. Cougars, top of the circle. They try to make a stick move around the defense, but it's cleared out to the corner. Near side boards, finally the Maple Grove Crimson are able to clear it out. They have to ice it, but they'll need a line change with 11:18 left to go. Down by 3, they're going to have to score quickly if they want any opportunity of getting back in this game. That's
How you doing, brother?
what's going on. How you doing?
Flag bearer today.
Are you? Very nice, very nice. Doing play-by-play.
Oh,
That's Sandberg's out there along with Ames and up to Sandberg. Sandberg at neutral territories, cuts through 2 defenders, tries to get around the last one, got kicked in, and here come the Cougars. Cougars throw it to the corner. Sandberg gets slid over, throws the stick out there. Ames throws it down deep, back behind the red line, but it's picked up by the Cougars. Sandberg can't stay on her skates. She goes down again. Now it's back out to Willie. Willie throws one towards the net, pad save. Back behind the net is Sandberg. She gets her stick tied up. Puck on the far side. Cougars have it. They try and clear it out. Willie was there to keep it in. Here's a 2-on-1 opportunity over there for Thompson. Thompson's able to clear it out of the zone. Thompson pushes it forward. She gets it across the red line, still has control. Here comes Thompson, cuts to the middle, fires one. She scores! Number 9, Kira Thompson on the goal. picked it up at the red line, made a move at the blue line past the defender, cut in towards the center of the ice, threw one from the top of the slot, and up deflected off the goaltender's glove and in the net to cut the deficit to 2. Just what we were talking about. Maple Grove needed to score quickly, and Kiera Thompson puts Maple Grove Crimson on the board. First goal of the year for your Crimson. Bowerly's out there now. Puck goes down low. Now it's going to be over for Voigtman. Voigtman down in the corner, picked up by Cougars. They'll try and cycle it down back behind the net. They do. Voigtman's right there. Now it's going to be picked up by Benson. She'll ring it around the boards. Looking for Dorn. Dorn couldn't get over there in enough time, so the Cougars are able to hold the zone. Cougars have it down low. Cycle back behind the net. Puck comes out. Nice play there by the Cougars. Backhand centering pass. Fanned on the shot as Hadley went down. Kiera Thompson with the unassisted goal for your Crimson. Voigtman just clears the zone, puts it out. That's Sukup. Puck goes down deep. Grabbed by Centennial. Centennial has it, cuts to the middle. No one takes her. The shot goes right off the face mask of Hadley. She shakes that one off as it deflected towards the near side boards. Cougars have it. Not a whole lot of defense there. Gets by both defenders. Shot goes towards Hadley. She goes down, covers up the 5 hole, and is able to keep that one out. Maple Grove just letting the Cougars walk right down the alley and take pot shots at their goaltender. We'd like to see someone step in and get a stick in front of those, or a body maybe. Puck down, back behind the net, 8:54 left to go. Centering pass finally goes out to Sukup. Sukup just banks one off the boards, and she'll go out for a line change. Dorn on the hustle, comes back out of the zone. It's going to be picked up by Graves. Graves tries to go in deep. Graves has it on the near side board. She'll stop, loses control, and it's swatted off her stick, and it'll ring it back around the boards. Glendy has it down in the corner. Here comes out to Ames. Ames fires one towards the net, looking for a little centering pass to Graves. It got popped up in the air. Back out to the point for Thompson. Thompson throws it back down deep. Ames behind the net. She picks it up on the backhand, goes forehand, backhand. Still has control, gets it over for Graves. Hops over her stick and rings around the boards. Cougars are able to clear the zone. It goes off the stick of Miller all the way down to Hadley. Hadley steers it wide. Cougars pick it up back behind the goal line. Miller throws it back to Thompson in the far side corner. Thompson pinned up against the board, but she comes away with it. Gets it to Miller, over her stick, right to Graves. Graves tries to clear the zone, gets it at the blue line, is able to kick it out. That's the Cougars. Have it at the red line. Centering pass, they get by Miller, bring it in, they stay on sides. Tries to cut through all 5 Maple Grove players. They still can't clear the zone. Throw it towards the net, and it gets deflected wide left of Hadley. Picked up by Miller. Miller gets it to Glendy. Glendy goes back down into the corner. Cougars pick it up, back behind the net. 7.5 minutes left to go in the game. Down by 2 are your Maple Grove Crimson. Puck down in the corner. Now it's going to be grabbed by the Cougars. Cougars, a lot of offensive zone time. They try the one-timer at the blue line. Puck is loose at the top of the slot. Gets thrown aside, cleared out. Glendy gets her stick lifted. Ames goes over, tries to backhand it out of the zone. Still can't clear it out. Top of the slot. Miller has it, gets it to Thompson. Line change is needed by these Maple Grove, and the Cougars still have it down below. Back behind the net. Cougars in control now. Maple Grove cannot clear it out. Finally, they ice it down. Thompson just throws it down on net. Stick to side. Line change. That was about 1.5 minutes zone time for the Cougars. They try to catch Maple Grove on the line change, but can't do it, so they have to regroup in neutral ice. They get it down deep. They throw it past, and that's Benson chasing after it. Benson rings it around the boards, looking for Willie. Picked up in front, backhand wraparound, but Hadley was right there with the pad to shut the door down. Picked up by Bowerly. She gets it off the glove. Here's a chance for Bowerly. She cuts towards the middle. Bowerly goes left, caught from behind, taken down. No penalty for Maple Grove as Bowerly was taken down. Benson holds his own. Here's Abby Benson now down in the corner. She's out there with Ekman. Ekman goes back to the point. A little bit too far for Anna Benson. Picked up by the Cougars. They get by Wiley. He's able to hold the stick up. Grabbed by Benson. Benson gets it to Ekman. Here's a chance for Ekman. Ekman towards the center of the ice. Loses control of the puck. Picks it back up. Centering feed looking for Benson, who is cutting across down on the doorstep. Back to the point for Willie. Willie cuts in. Snapshot goes into the glove of the goaltender and holds on for a face-off with 5:24 left to go in period number 3. 3-1 lead for the Cougars. Chepkus, Sandberg, and Anderson up front for the Maple Grove Crimson. On the point is Voigtman and Thompson. All the way around the boards, they try and clear the zone. Voigtman holds it in. Gets it to Anderson. Picked up by the Cougars, a little bit too far outside of the reach. They're going to call icing on this one. Cougars are first to get there, but icing for Centennial will bring the face-off back down into the Cougar zone. Chepkus on the draw. Cougars win it back. They'll just bring it around the boards, try and clear it out of the zone. Looking for the breakout. Over there is Thompson. Gets ridden out at the blue line. Picked up by the Cougars. Sandberg goes in, catches a skate. She goes down. Puck goes free. Picked up by Thompson. Thompson with a little bit of open ice. Back checking out of the Cougars. Thompson brings it down into the zone. Heads to the outside around the corner. Stops at that near side hash marks, leaves it for Anderson, who takes a shot towards the net. Off of the bench is Ames. Ames came flying in looking to get a piece of that one, but the Cougars will break it back out of the zone. They come back down into Maple Grove territory. They turn and spin on the near side, picked up by Sandberg. She'll bank it off the boards and swing it down the ice for an icing call with 4:24 left to go in period number 3. Ames on the draw, one back by the Cougars. Throws it towards the net, right on the back door. Fanned on the cross shot that came across. Had the open net. Tipped up in front. That one hit the crossbar up over the right shoulder of Hadley on the shot from the point. The left winger got the stick out there, tipped it up, but it hit the crossbar. Cougars in control of this one, 3-1 lead. Down around the corner. Maple Grove has it. That's Dorn on the far side boards, along with shot goes in towards Hadley. Picked up by Miller. She'll punch it forward, back behind the net. Cougars try and turn and spin. Off the side of the cage, centering pass. Dorn's right at the doorstep to kind of deflect it towards the far side, then brings it back around the net. Now she goes to the near side, banks it off the board, clears the zone. Good angle there as it's not going to make its way all the way down the ice, so the Cougars will just try to get it out to neutral territory. Banks off the glass, picked up by Ames. Ames comes in, makes a move to the left, dropped off her stick, poke checked away, but grabbed by Dorn. Dorn goes down, and it's taken away. Off of the boards, Willie holds it in, throws it down for Sukup, centering pass. Sukup tried to get one over for Miller, who was breaking down the center of the ice. Puck was bouncing, so right over the stick. Sukup has it now on the near side. Backhanded down low. After it is Miller. Miller flings it around to Glendy. Glendy has it. Centering pass to Ames, right under her stick, goes past behind Sukup as well. Banks off the boards. Now it's all the way down the ice. Here come the Cougars. Cougars through neutral territory. Cut around. Graves gets a poke check there for the puck. Now it goes off the boards. They'll send it down back behind the goal line. Cougars have it behind the goal line. 2:28 left to go. Grabbed by Willie. Willie tries to bank it off the boards. Held in by the Cougars. Right onto the stick of Thompson. Now it goes to Hadley. She had to go down in the butterfly to protect the net. Cougars have it now back behind the net. Willie poke checks that one out of her forward stick. Centering pass. Thompson picks it up. Clears the zone. Across the red line. Thompson goes to the outside. Gets by the defense. Brings it down low. Pinned up against the boards. Thompson still back down deep, but the Cougars push it forward. Bowerly gets her stick on it. Under 2 minutes left to go. Cougars send it around the boards, try to clear the zone. Benson can't get over there in time, but she tries to hold it in. Little hip check there by Benson. And here come the Cougars. Cougars top of the slot, fires it, went wide left of Hadley. Now it's picked up by Benson. Benson across the red line. Throws one down deep, off the goaltender's pad, deflects it to the far side boards. Chepkus is there, dropped it for Glendy. Glendy got a shot towards the net, but it's picked up by the Cougars. Cougars with a little bit of speed around the outside, swatted at by Voigtman. Drop pass, cycle, off the skate, out in front, backhand, tries to get it in, inside the blue paint, and Hadley has to go down and cover that one up. 1:04 left to go in period number 3, 3-1 lead for the Cougars. Cougars off the draw, 1 minute left to go in the game, picked up by Benson. Benson's got some speed, she'll cut to the inside, center ice, poke checked off her stick. Miller tries to get up there and get on the puck. She ties it up at the red line, pulled free by Benson. She'll bank it off the boards down deep across the goal line. Grabbed by the Cougars, they'll wing it around the boards. Voigtman right at the blue line. Tries to one-time it back into the zone, but it's picked up by the Cougars across the red line. Shot goes towards the net. Hadley goes down, goes off the end boards, picked up by Maple Grove Crimson. Out to Ekman. Ekman just one-times it to the middle of the ice. Nobody there for Maple Grove. Chepkus turnaround backhand clear pass. But the Cougars are able to throw it right back in. Miller down around the corner. She gets taken. 2 Cougars go down there. No support from the Crimson. Finally, Ames is off the bench. She'll go in and help out. Tied up down in the corner, and that should just about do it for this one. Looks like the Centennial Cougars are going to come away with a 3-1 victory here on opening day for your Maple Grove Crimson JV hockey. They lose this one this afternoon 3-1 against the Centennial Cougars here at Maple Grove Community Center. Hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. This was Jay Sandberg, Pete Ames bringing you today's show. Join us next time and have a great day. Thanks for joining us.